Hello! How's it going out there? Sorry, I was just tweeting a link. Good to see you, Voltix. Thank you for dropping by. See how this looks. YouTube's telling me that it's kind of okay. Oh no, it looks fine. Let's continue. Yeah, so I've played this game before, but I started playing it again yesterday. Because a couple of my friends have never played it and are not super likely to. So I figured I'd stream it in case they wanted to watch it. So that's what I'm doing. So we're going to load up Neptune's Bounty. This is the second full area of the game. So when you play the game, there's the area outside the lighthouse. And then there's the area called Welcome to Rapture. And both of those are just kind of short. They're not really tutorial levels. This game doesn't really have a tutorial, which is one of the genius things about it. And I can kind of get into that in a minute. But then you go to the medical pavilion, and the medical pavilion is the first full level that has like a quest, and you have to like find the place and fight the guy and that sort of thing. So this is the second full area. It's called Neptune's Bounty. The actual area itself is called Port Neptune, and it's the fishery part of the City of Rapture. So if you don't know, the City of Rapture is underwater, fathoms and fathoms and fathoms underwater, and it's this whole city with skyscrapers, but under the ocean and stuff like this. This is a rated M game, also. Surprise. So this fishery area is kind of how you figure out how people eat. Hey, Bear. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. One of the things I was saying about this game that I really love is, well, I was going to talk about the tutorial, but actually I want to talk about this. So, in this game, you're not allowed to go to the surface, right? So this guy's a smuggler, but they specifically... Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not the only person in here, and I forgot to tell the other person I was doing a thing. It's fine. What I was saying is, if you're a smuggler, that means you go back to the surface and bring stuff down into the city, which is illegal. It's illegal to leave the underwater city once you come to the underwater city because they don't want anybody on the surface to know about it. So what's fascinating is the guy who started the city, Andrew Ryan, hates religion. That's one of the things he wanted to get away from. He wants to get away from government, he wants to get away from rules, regulations, anyone telling him what to do, which includes religion. And I really like it because there's all this, like, smuggling in religious paraphernalia, which I just find amusing. So that's one thing. It's kind of interesting. But I was saying, this game has no tutorial level, and yet it teaches you how to play the game. And it's Gene Bank. I was trying to think of it. I can't remember what it's called. This game very much teaches you how to play in a very intuitive way, and I just find it impressive. There's no like, okay, this is how you shoot, this is how you do whatever. And it makes everything at the start of the game really easy, so you can kind of figure it out on your own. And then it slowly brings in different mechanics, and it slowly makes things more difficult. And it just feels like a very natural learning process when you play the game. So this is more of the hack game that we saw in the last stream, which, by the way, if you're watching this stream for the first, and you didn't see the last couple, if you have any questions about the game, don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid that I don't want to talk about a thing I already talked about. That will not be a problem. But, so I'm going to hack into this just because it makes everything cheaper. The other thing I did, you saw me switch out powers. I won't buy it. I have a fair amount of electric buck anyway. I might not buy any yet. How am I doing on... I'm going to buy one so I can use one. There we go. Yeah, so like, just, I don't remember what I was saying, so it's fine. Clearly it wasn't, whatever I was saying was not important. Oh, I was saying I switched out powers. So you have so many powers in the game. You can have up to 6 slots, but you have to purchase if you want more slots than 2. And I haven't had the opportunity to purchase another slot, so I now have lightning hands and fire hands. They're all pretty cool. Everyone's trying to talk. Ooh. Hello. That's not creepy at all. Like this. 91 days since our last accident. Somehow I feel like that's not up to date. Oh, well, this is normal. You know, looking out a window, floating dead bodies. Totally fine.
What crawls in my garden?
So when the game started, we were attacked, and a character in the game named Atlas chased off a person who was a lot like that. That was something we will deal with later in this level. That's super normal. Oh, I forgot there's electric buck up there, but I still had TK, so that's fine. I don't need it that badly.
But the days go by like wind.
Super normal. Super not creepy at all. How y'all doing out there? How is the day going for all my wonderful friends out in the viewer space? I'm really excited to be streaming this game. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. And I feel like it's one of those games where if you haven't played it yet, it's usually because you just don't know what it is and how amazing it is and how much you enjoy playing it. Whoa. Hello. It's a big daddy and a little sister. What I like about this level is it shows how the people in this city ate. You just got to imagine they did a lot of fish. So crashed bathysphere. Let's start making this room work for us. Where are you, turret? There you are. I can hear you. Put this in between me and you.
Whale! Give her to me!
You fat whale. I love the splicers in this game and the stuff they yell. I don't know that I've actually heard that one before. You fat whale. Redundant. A very redundant insult. I've never known a skinny whale. Hacking things. I also have what's called a tonic, which is a passive power. So like I have plasmids, which are my fire hands, and my lightning hands, which are powers I use. I have powers that are just always active, and those are called physical tonics, or combat tonics, whatever they're called, tonics. And one of them gives me health anytime I hack something, so I tend to do a lot of hacking. Because it helps keep me healthy. Okay, I have all the machine gun rounds I can keep. I kind of want to fight this guy while there's a lot of people distracting him. That might not be a bad idea. So there's going to be 3 big daddies and little sisters on this level to deal with. I can tell that by going here to my menu, and I can see these little doobly bops. Each of those are how many big daddy and little sister teams I'm going to encounter. Yeah, I kind of want to fight him while there's also splicers fighting him, so I feel like it's going to be easier on me. I might regret this. But we're going to find out. But right now I have this turret helping me. Oh, you're going to throw things at me. Hide. Oh, frick. Come on. Oh, hit the wrong button. The wrong button. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. It's all going exactly as I wanted it to. It's fine. Get him, turret. Oh, you destroyed my turret, so now you're gonna be focused on only me, which is great. Shoot! Do not throw grenades at me. Headshot you small fuck. Oh, and I'm down. Where's the closest Vita chamber? I don't know. Okay, this is fine. That's fine. So Vita Chamber respawns me at some key point when I die, but I won't have to start over. So that's good. Let's throw TK back in, and I will keep firing TK. And we're gonna do that because I'm gonna get some free electric bucks. Go ahead and reload this, please. Why can I not successfully jump on a bench? Thank you. Show your cravings at the Circus of Values. Fun fact, if you, the creator of this game, Ken Levine, voices the Circus of Values thing. Okay, we're gonna go back, because I want to, where the fudge is the door? There it is. I want, electricity and fire, so we're gonna go back and get electricity back. But now I have more rounds of, oh, fuck. Which is really what I wanted. So I can shoot him with regular shotgun ammo, it just doesn't do as much damage. So all the guns in this game have multiple ammo types, some of them do more damage than the ones. But while we're fighting this guy, one of the things I really like about this game that I can say because it's not particularly spoilery, set me up please, thank you, is I really like the themes of religion in this game because, like I said, the guy who started the city, Andrew Ryan, he's still going to be activated. Come on. Did not have much left. He was standing in water. So lightning was better than fire. Walk back into the... It's almost like he's intelligent or something. Come on, come over here. Frickin' A, dude. Ah, crap! These guys are really hard to fight early on. Oh, that was fun. Anyway, I really like the themes of religion in this game, as I've been trying to say. I don't think I can purchase anymore. Oh, I don't have enough funds. Crap, I'm poor. Oh well, that's fine. I won't be poor for long. Andrew Ryan hates religion, is what I've been trying to say. So he came here because he wants to get away from anyone telling him what to do, including religion. And yet, he names his city Rapture, which has huge connotations in the Christian faith. Alright, buddy, you're not gonna last long this time. There we go. He had so little life left. That guy, like, blew way up in the air. Okay. Yep. Yep. I have other things shooting at me, but I want to deal with this first. Come here, honey. Let's rescue you. Hello! Rawuska? I totally mangled that, didn't I? Hello, X. How are you? It's your favorite...
kindness to my little one.
Hold on. I can't read chat. I realize it's cut off.
Regardless, a little one brings you a gift to demonstrate our appreciation.
Hold on 1 second. I just realized I put chat in a place I can't really read it. Oh, it's your favorite mumble rapper. Hello, buddy. Hey, Steven. How's it going, bud? I see you have a new identity now. That's cool. How you doing today, man? So kind of you to drop by. I missed you yesterday. So this is how Tannenbaum rewards us. In the last stream, we found out if you choose to rescue the little sisters instead of harvest them, Tannenbaum, who's this lady, said she'd give us something to make it work for a while. Stupid. I'm like an idiot. Yeah, so I just think it's interesting that this guy who hates religion so much, because Steven's my favorite mumble rapper. Obviously. Isn't Steven's everyone's favorite mumble rapper? my favorite mumble rapper will always be Steven. There is no better mumble rapper out there. Yeah. So I just think it's funny that this guy who hates religion so much named his city with such iconography of religion. And then, of course, the thing that gives you superpowers is called Adam, and the stuff that charges it is called Eve. Now, Ryan did not... did he have this name on one of your streams, Bear? This is the first time I'm seeing this name. I have never seen this particular name before. Steven, I think there is only one time you ever really truly fooled me, and that's when you started using Solid Snake, because I didn't know you liked that character.
We're putting all the bathyspheres in lockdown until further notice. Ryan had us install some kind of genetic device into the thing, so only Ryan and his inner circle will be able to use them without dispensation. But the boys tell me the keys are pretty unreliable. Sisters, cousins, anybody in the ballpark genetically will be able to come and go as they see fit.
Yeah, I see you use that account on Abs' streams. So this guy's saying that, in theory, the city's supposed to be on lockdown, and you're not supposed to be able to use the bathysphere unless you are Andrew Ryan. But clearly that's not working out, because they said, like, it's not very accurate, and if you're close enough, it'll let you in. Medical expert. First aid give you more health. Sounds good to me. Oh, crap.
Why have you forsaken me?
So anyway, I was saying, like, the stuff that charges my superpowers is called Eve. The stuff that gives me superpowers is called Adam, which is very, very religiously motivated. And a lot of these splicers are actually very religious. You can hear this guy's saying, oh, what the F? Oh, hello. Did not see you there, you loser. Now it's freaking shooting at me. Super surrounded right now. What is going on? I gotta fall back. Gotta fall back for a second. What is going on? Hello. What? Oh man. I'm like full surrounded. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. We're fine. We're all fine now. More money. I can go buy some more health kits maybe. So here's another Big Daddy. I'm not going to attack him yet. He does not currently have a little sister with him. There is no point in punishing yourself in fighting a Big Daddy unless he has a little sister with him. He's absolutely useless. But, I don't know, I really like this idea that, in theory, because if you came to Rapture, you were, that they, like, completely change their values. It's just interesting to me. Oh, hello.
I stand your pestilence.
There we go. Nothing like my trusty wrench. Now what are you shooting at, turret? You're shooting at somebody. There you are. Die, lady.
Hold it.
Suck it, lady. This is one of the most annoying parts of the game, is like this particular area, because everybody spawns so much. There we go, now you have a little sister with you. I'm not in any ways near good condition to fight you. Okay, 4. Reload. I have a fair amount of electric buck. Let's go back to armor piercing rounds on my pistol. Fire. Ah, I was right in my face, laser. Get in some cover. Get in cover! Thank you. There's no, like, actual cover system, but it is harder for him to shoot you if you're behind things. I'm gonna get creamed so bad. Where are you? Now, if I was using TK, I could throw those back at him. Hitting him would also really help. Ah, frickin' A. I'm out of first aid kits, so what I got is what I got. Come on.
We have turned away from your light.
Shoot at some of the other people. Ah, frick.
Sinners, hide in the shadows.
These guys are not as bad later when you start getting some, like, real weapons. I need these more than I need ammo right now, so. Okay, let's go back. At least I don't have to start from scratch. Where am I at with this thing? Okay. I can use the machine gun too. Alright, now I have no money, which is exactly how I like it. Better that way, not having money.
Observe all his commandments.
Great, so now there's a bunch of splicers, but I don't see the Big Daddy anywhere. Where is it? Where did it go? That's frustrating.
How many catastrophes were launched with the words?
Who said?
You don't know what it.
He's fighting these guys. That's him. Yeah, frickin' A. Focus on the other people that are shooting you, not me. Ah. Ugh. Will get much easier here soon. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and change ammo because I have no more armor. Piercing rounds. I don't think I got any. Yeah, I don't have any more money. So what I have is what I have. Great. I'm in really good shape. Ugh. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. Stupid lower wharf.
Where is he, Madonna?
I'm right here, loser. Yeah, I hear you. I hear the Big Daddy. Where is he? Hello. Don't mind me. Crap. So, oh, right, don't have ammo. Shoot, I only had one round, I forgot. Ah. This is getting ridiculous. Oh my gosh. We're cravings at the circus of values. Alright. How much Adam do I have? 160? Well, if he's not activated, I might stop fighting him right now and go do this other thing real quick. I should have done, and I was being cocky and I didn't do it.
It ain't just a paycheck.
I pray that you all know.
Man's gotta have a cause.
Don't mind me.
The Little Sisters Orphanage.
I am the Lord.
You are not the Lord, you're a loser.
Mr. Caldwell?
Thank you. That was close. Okay, hacking will give me a little bit of health back. and we'll shoot at some of these other guys. There's a machine where I can buy more powers, which is what I really need to do so I can keep fighting these big daddies. However, the machine is guarded by things, so I'm leaving the big daddy alone for right now because I don't want to deal with him anymore. And I'm gonna just handle this area, get some upgrades, which is what I should have done all along. This is problematic. Okay, hold on. There we go. Didn't have any more horizontal pieces. There we are.
Children are the future of Rapture.
Put 'em where I can see 'em.
Well, I have a smidge of health. It's fine. It's fine. I hope you guys really like this part of the map, because it's pretty good. Alright, I can still hear the turret, though. It's still shooting at things for me. But I'm gonna have a lot of Adam waiting for me, because I already have 160, I think. And... Whoa! That legit freaked me out. Oh my gosh. Holy crud. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna fight him until he gets a little sister back, because he just put his little sister in a place.
Approaching a little sister is a criminal offense. Do not approach the little sisters.
And so I'm gonna wait for him to get another one before I keep fighting him, because then otherwise I'm gonna have to start all the way over. Thank you, turret. That was nice of you. Hey there, did you bring me something?
Even miles from the
So if you save the little sisters instead of harvesting them, you will get given Adam by the woman Tannenbaum. Hypnotize Big Daddy, which will be useful, but first, let's buy some upgrades. Okay, thank God. I just realized I never went back and got the Eve upgrade. Well, I can do that later. It's not too late to do that. We're gonna do the health and Eve upgrade. In fact, I might even do that off. Anyway, we're gonna get another plasmid slot. So now I can put TK in there. So I got another plasmid that was called Hypnotize Big Daddy. You can use that to make the Big Daddies be on your side. Which is pretty cool, and you only get it if you rescue little sisters as opposed to harvesting them. I almost Eve Link better than you get more health. Okay, we're just gonna leave it for there. Okay.
Jesus loves me, this I know.
Now I can have 3 powers out at a time. What's up, losers? So I heard somebody singing.
Come where I can reach you.
So I'm just gonna electrocute the water and then he'll die because he's standing in the water. To the circus of values. Let's hack this sucker. That'll give me a little bit of health. But I still don't have enough money to buy anything. But I'm now gonna be better off, so that's good. Having TK sooner would have been... I don't usually like using TK, but I should have been using it to fight that Big Daddy because he sends mines after me, like proximity mines, and they hit me and go off. And I would have been better off throwing those back at him, and I wasn't doing it, so. You know, I'm stubborn like that. We'll come back here when I have, like, actual money. At the circus of values. Oops. Let's go back out this way, see if that Big Daddy has anybody left. Or has found another little sister, I mean. Are you in here? No. Let's find you. See, these are the proximity mines he shoots at me. If they hit, they go off, and if they miss, they stay on the ground, waiting for me to unsuspectingly walk by them again. There we go. I don't know why. Really, in BioShock, the only reason to save is like in case the game crashes, because you can just use the.
Come on, Mr. B. It's time to try
Divided chambers. Yep. Oh, I'm still alive. Somehow I'm not dead. It's not gonna last long. Yep. He's dead! He's dead! I'm hearing her cry! Holy frick. I killed him and she's there. Ah, crap, 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 crap. We gotta get there. We gotta get there, because if another Big Daddy spawns, she'll go back to that Big Daddy and I'll have to start all over. Or load my save file. But I don't want to have to do that. Come on. We can go back. We can go back. We can get there. I heard her crying. The little sister's called the Big Daddies, Mr. Bubbles. I'm coming, little one. I'm coming. I'm coming. She's also unprotected. Because the Big Daddy's dead. There we go. Hey, honey. Rescue. We killed each other. Because he kept burning after he killed me. Okay, we fought 2 of the 3 Big Daddies. So don't worry, you won't have to watch me do that much longer.
Thank you for helping me.
You're welcome, little one. Now run away. Go hide. Aid kit and some money. That is everything I need out of life right now. She's gonna crawl back in her little pipe, because that's where the little girls like to live.
Time for bed, Mr. B.
We're gonna continue on. Alright, I don't think I properly explored down here. No, I did, because I already found the audio diary, right? Yeah. Yeah. There's just some dead bodies to loot. Okay. Alright, so most of the big scary dangers are taken care of for right now. There's some loot and stuff up there, but I don't really need it at the moment. What I need is more health kits. Oh, okay. That area is still locked. That's fine. Loot. Loot. For once I'll drink a little. So give me some health. Okay. Let's go look down here.
Welcome to the circus of value.
There we go. Health kits now. Money. Fill your cravings at the circus of values. Really, you're almost never going to need to buy ammunition unless you want to buy specialty ammunition. Because there's so much ammunition around that you can pick up. The hypo is good. Oh, I know there's a way to fall into that area, and I always forget what it is. Hello! That looks pleasant. I don't have the key code currently. You can find it, it's just later in the level and I don't like to wait, so I'm gonna hack it instead. When I'm hacking, I can't hit the big glowy tiles, so they'll set off an alarm and do damage, which would not be good. But this is not a particularly hard door to hack, so I always just hack it rather than waiting to get the key code.
Mr. Ryan asked me personally to make this clear to you. You give us Fontaine and this whole filthy ring of his, and you'll be knocking back pints up at the Fighting McDonald's. But if you prefer to play the mule, we'll treat you like a mule. Give him a taste, Patrick. What's that? Change of heart, Timmy? Timmy! Ready to talk now?
Go on, Sullivan. Go on,
Oh, so that's not a good way to spend your day, right there. Is handcuffed to a metal pipe with the battery running through you. So at this point in the game, we start hearing about a guy by the name of Fontaine. So Andrew Ryan runs the town. He runs Rapture. But there's this guy named Fontaine. You can see his name on the box there, Fontaine. This is Fontaine Fisheries that we're in.
Are you afraid of me?
I'm really not afraid of you now. There we go, that got her. So Fontaine is a guy who came to Rapture and kind of became a rival to Andrew Ryan. And we're going to learn more about him. So as you can see, he's somebody who is feared and somebody with a lot of power. But with anything in this game, you're never really sure until you get some sort of point of reference when something's happening. Because we're in this city like a year or so after everything goes to pot. So
You can blame a lady who craves variety.
This lady's so creepy. Anytime a game gives you free health, you should be afraid. Always. I was saying is you never really know if the people you're talking to.
And one day the gentleman stopped calling.
Who stopped calling because you talk like that? Crap, lost my train of thought again. Oh, you never really know if the person whose audio diaries you're listening to is alive, dead, good, bad, what, right, wrong. You have no idea until later in the game you can start putting some of the clues together. There we go. Alright. Hey, look, stuff. I will take stuff, please. I don't need any more buck or pistol rounds. For no particular reason, I'm just gonna change my loadout real fast.
Atlas radioed on ahead. Says you were looking for an invite to the fisheries. Nuts, I say. But if you heads up to the Wharf Master's office and find old Peach a research camera, maybe I could manage an invite. What was that? My friend, you are fucked.
Oh, that's never a good sign when someone says that to you.
Are you? My rose! I want it back! I want it back!
Die, lady.
Come back to me!
So she has hooks on her hands. That's what she's throwing at me. So you can't kill her here, but you can last long enough to where she gets chased off. That's basically what happens. Ugh. Go back to regular rounds.
That's too tough for you. Look on the conveyor belt. You'll find something to keep you alive. Now, go get that camera and then snapshots of those that crawls on the ceiling. Then I'll let you into the fisheries. Just remember, sonny friend, I smell an ounce of Fontaine on you, and I'll have you in a box. Atlas gives you the vouch, but I ain't turning my eye just on his say-so.
All right, that was fun. So Atlas is a guy I've been talking to. He's here.
Jumping at ghosts. Fontaine's dead, and everybody knows it. In the ground for months, and half the place still jumping at his shadow. Christ, even Ryan. You never mind all that. We got work to do.
So Atlas, again, if you're not fully up to date on what's going on in the game is he's stuck here with me. We don't know each other, but his family is stuck somewhere and he's trying to get his family out. And he says that if I help him get his family out, he'll take me with him. So he has the means by which to leave the city. And he will also get me out of the city if I help him. He is saying that this Fontaine guy that we've been hearing people talk about is dead. But a lot of people think he's not dead. But whoever he is, he's got people scared.
Seems like old Peach knows where to find a research camera. He seems a decent enough sort. No doubt he'll wait until after you've done his errands to stick a shiv in your belly.
So I was saying, oh, this is one of those things I was talking about with the game. Introduces.
I'll never stop chasing you! Never!
Game introduces new mechanics really well. Oh shoot! Forgot there was a camera down here. The game introduces new mechanics really well. So this research camera is a thing you eventually get, and you eventually can increase your damage and stuff. You can increase your damage and whatnot that you do based on doing research. And rather than throw that at you right from the beginning, it just waits until like the second level to show it to you. Alright, let's hack this thing. And now I can have a bot that will fly around and help me. Yay! This would have been nice to have during the Big Daddy too, but I don't think it would have lasted long, so it's probably for the best. Alright. Let's go, robot. I don't think this, yeah, this area is map. Alright. Now how do I get out of here without hurting myself? Here. Okay, so before there was a gate over here that was closed, now that gate is open. That's just the game kind of controlling. It does a really good job of making these maps feel very open while not letting you go places out of order, basically. Come here, uglies. Ah, frick.
Come back! Come back! Come back here!
Suck it, lady. Come on, try that again. Try it again. What I thought. Oh, good job, robot. You got her. Good job. First aid kit is most appreciated. Okay. Now they were all running up here. In fact, where she was running off to was there's a health thing right here. Like I was saying last time, I always like to either destroy these or the enemies don't realize it and they go to heal and then they get poisoned by the med kit or the med station instead of healed by it, and will actually die. So it's very convenient. You can play BioShock kind of however you want. You can just kind of go around and shoot and destroy everything. I really like to play it where the room does the work for me as much as possible. Come on, thank you. Go ahead and heal while I'm here. Okay. So, now I'm gonna go back to exploring. I just wanted to get up here and hack that right away in case I got into another encounter. It was ready to go. Use hypo, please. Use hypo, please. I also have more Atom I could go spend. Let's do that real quick. Is there anything else I want? So these are other plasmids you can get. Enrage. You can enrage one of your enemies so they'll attack other enemies. I like Sonic Boom a lot, but it's this really annoying trolley price. Target dummy sets up a decoy that your enemies attack instead. Freeze freezes them. I should use all of them more. I don't really. I don't think there's anything else I really want right now. I'd rather save up for something better. I'm full up on everything. I don't need anything like that right now. Okay, let's go into this hole in the floor. First aid kit, thank you. And get all restocked. Another first aid kit. 9 is as many first aid kits as you can have, so now I'm full up. Let's listen to this.
Something must be done about Fontaine. While I was buying buildings and fish futures, he was cornering the market on genotypes and nucleotide sequences. Rapture is transforming before my eyes. The great chain is pulling away from me. Perhaps it's time to give it a tug.
So there, Ryan's talking about how he has this competition from Frank Fontaine. Somebody's walking on ahead, up.
I observe all his commandments. Observe all his commandments. I observe all his commandments.
They're shooting at my robot right now. One's down. Where's the other one? Or did you get both? Oh, good job, robot. Good job. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back over here. There's a med kit I didn't pick up because I was full up. So I'm gonna use one that's gonna refill my health all the way. Also give me some Eve back because I have Eve Link. And then I can pick it back up and then I'm doing better. It's Eve Hypo. The robots are so good. They're some of the best stuff you can do. There's a legitimate strategy to hacking like safes and stuff and failing so that you trigger a security alarm. And then when the robots come, instead of fighting them, zapping them and then making them your own. It's really not a bad way to play at all. Okay, I don't need any more buck. Okay. Bear, what plasmids do you like to use? Do you get freeze? I tend to not get freeze anymore. I used to. I didn't like it as much because I felt like if you destroyed someone while they were frozen, you didn't get loot. Or maybe I'm making that up. I feel like every person I talk to plays with different plasmids. Proximity mines. So Peachy had given me a grenade launcher. This is the type of thing you can shoot out of a grenade launcher. Okay. This is another super fun room. So now there's another Big Daddy up here. Just another little sister. The tricky part of this is frickin' fighting this stupid splicer and not triggering the Big Daddy when you're not ready. Because if you hit the Big Daddy instead... If you hit the Big Daddy instead of one of them, it will trigger. It won't think, oh, you only shot at me. Now that said, we super are gonna fight this thing. I don't have enough I have exploding buff instead of electric, so we're gonna do that. Now I have a robot to help me, even though it's probably not gonna last long. Need TK. I need TK, please. Thank you. Ah, frickin' A! I walked into a proximity mine. Hello, where am I? Where's... Really? Now this is going to be kind of a walk back. It's fine. It's fine.
They sent you, didn't they?
I'm wasting armor and piercing rounds. Darn it. Whatever. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go. He won't chase me. He'll stay and deal with my turret. Come on. Come on, throw a thing at me. Don't charge me, throw a thing at me. Well, that super didn't work. Come on. Come on. Well, I wasn't ready for that. Darn it. Ah. Not going well. Come on. See, I keep trying to use this strategy and it's not working because you have to be so fast when you do it. Come on. Okay. Crap. Now that was fun.
I'll go there soon with Mr. Bubbles.
They're just, like, they take so much damage. So just shimmy right on back and find him. Oh. Hack this guy real quick. Okay. So now he doesn't have a little sister with him, so I'm gonna wait for him to get one back.
I can hear them.
And once he actually gets her,
Thank you, Mr. B.
this turret's gonna help me now too. Suck it. I used it, I just didn't hit him with it. Okay, he's down, he's down, he's down. Getting that turret to help did a lot. Yeah, big daddies are so stressful. Alright, we won't have to do that again, guys. That's the last one on this level.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just don't trigger that proximity mine. We'll be fine.
Time for a nap, sweet angel.
Springtrap is great. I use that one a lot in BioShock 2. I tend to not use it as much in this one because I feel like you can't get it until pretty late in the game. Unless I'm misremembering that. Maybe I am. I love Springtrap in 2. It's so good in 2. This is the audio diary where I could have gotten the code to that door.
Now the eggs are in the scramble. We picked up Timmy Yates right after midnight. Either Ryan will be taking down Fontaine, or Fontaine will be taking down Ryan. We'll be interviewing poor Timmy near Fontaine Fisheries. If you're up for entertainment, the code's 5380.
See, I've never... Maybe the PC can't do New Game Plus, because I've never played it like a second round. Like, I've played it multiple times, but I've never played it through starting with what I had the time before. So we just found this audio diary right here by these pipes where these little girls come out.
Darling Masha, we don't know what has happened to you. Ryan's men have taken you away and said you are needed to save Rapture. Who needs a child to save a city? But I see these little girls crawling out of these vents, and I only wonder if you might one day crawl out of this vent and find this note. We look for you, but if you find this, come to us at the Fighting McDonald's in room number 7. The code to our room is 7533. We miss you, our darling child.
That's pretty depressing. So basically, they lost their kid, and they're trying to find their kid. And they think that she might have gotten taken to become a little sister. So we saw Big Daddy down there. Again, I'm not going to go fight him. There's no need to. He's not going to have a little sister, because we faced all the ones on this level. See how they're now happy, smiling little girl faces? There we go. Alright, there's a camera up there. I don't really need this camera. It's kind of hard to hack because it's up so high anyway and it doesn't do you a lot of good. So I'm gonna shoot it. That's my plan. Shoot. I like how just because it can't see me, it assumes that there's nothing to... There we go. Alright. Let's hack this real quick and then we'll listen to that other audio diary. So what we got from the one where before we listened to the one about the little girl is that was the police chief Sullivan, who was getting ready to interrogate the guy that was hanging from the pipes. And they're trying to find information on Fontaine, because Ryan, who owns the police, though you gotta wonder why one would have a police in a city like this, he's going to take Fontaine down. Because basically what's gonna happen is Ryan is positioning himself to move on Fontaine.
This Fontaine fellow is somebody to watch. Once he was just a menace, to be convicted and hung. But he always manages to be where the evidence isn't. He's the most dangerous type of hoodlum. The kind with vision.
Welcome to the circus of value.
So that's the kind of issue that Ryan is having. Is he wants to track down this Fontaine guy, but he's smart, basically. He's not just like a ruffian that's trying to pick up a couple extra bucks. Up a circus of values. Okay, another security camera. You can see the light from the lens. I actually kind of like hacking this one. Let's go ahead and hack it. Plus I can use some health that I will gain from hacking. You can see I'm starting to get more of these tiles. The hacking is starting to get harder. The hacking kind of like slowly gets harder, slowly gets harder, slowly gets harder. OMG, it's impossible. Like it feels like it's developing slowly and then all of a sudden it's like, nope. It just jumped and it got way harder. lot of times the smuggler crates don't have things in them, but it doesn't hurt to check. Hello, frag grenade. This game really rewards you for exploring. Okay, this room gets fun. I really like this room, actually.
The research camera looks just like one you'd see topside. According to this magazine article I scrounged up, it can also analyze genetic information, parse biological structures, and lots of other $5 words.
That's cool. So the research camera is pretty slick. It's a pretty slick operation. Basically, you take pictures of your enemies, and it makes you better at fighting them. Just don't question it. Just go with it. This is what I mean by let the room do the work for you. There's a whole bunch of turrets in this room, and a whole bunch of cameras. And I like to hack every single one of them, because then a bunch of splicers come in, and they fight all of this stuff instead of fighting you. Alright, one thing down. Ow. Of course, you have to survive the room while you're trying to hack the room. As you can see, some of them are easier to hack than others. Ones that shoot like rockets tend to be harder than ones that shoot just normal bullets, that sort of thing. And there's no real like right or wrong way to solve the puzzle. Well, that's not true. There's a wrong way to solve the puzzle. There's no right way to solve the puzzle. You can solve the puzzle in whichever way works best for you. Ow! Frickin'. Oh, hi! This is not fun. Forgot this. Frickin'. Why are you not doing. Okay. I couldn't even see what I was doing. There was so much smoke in my face. I'll handle the security camera next. I just need this thing to not shoot rockets in my brine. There we go. Okay. Whoa! Okay. Wow, that's fun. Can't even see what I'm doing. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine. Fine. Oh, that didn't go according to plan. That's alright. Turrets will protect me from these bots. There we go, and now I actually really like the hacking minigame. I think it's fun. Sometimes when it's like this large of a hacking map, it's annoying because it takes forever. But ultimately, I think the puzzles are pretty fun. Nolan! Hello, welcome back to some BioShock. Ow, frickin'. I'm playing with great success right now. As you can see. As you can see, it's going really well. Okay, that was fun. Sometimes it's in your best interest to strategically not hack everything and just pick certain things. That's alright. Got like a makeshift jail here. Let's hack this. Oh, I have money again. That's nice. It's nice to have money. Right, yeah. I really like it. It's a lot of fun. The people I know who really hate it, I think, are usually console players. Because it sucks on the console. Because see, if you watch, when I put this here, not that you can see where I'm pointing, but when I drop it, the piece that I'm replacing it with goes, like, they switch places, basically. So when I move this tall piece and put it here, that corner piece is going to go to where the tall piece was. When you play it on console, it doesn't do that. If I were to click on this, it would go, like, over here to this other piece, so you have to, like, click on it and then click where you want it to go. So you have to click twice to make things happen, which means it takes twice the amount of time to do puzzles, which makes them twice as hard. I've watched people on console play, and it's like, how do you not go insane trying to hack things? And it's too bad, really, because this game is almost impossible if you don't hack. Okay. You can get some stuff in here. I will take first aid kits, please. I want the proximity mine. Thank you. Interrogation room. Can't get to it. There's usually wine in the smuggler's crates, if there's anything. Okay, so here's where we need to go. But we're gonna take a sidetrack here. Now, he's a little bit too high to hack, but if you, like, jump at just the right time, you can, like, trigger it. See? I just didn't time it right. Got it. Oh, pipeline, I'll have to look it up. Yeah, it does add tension to the game. The hacking mechanic in BioShock 2 is interesting because it's still a puzzle, but it doesn't actually stop combat. So if you're hacking in the middle of a fight, like, you have to multitask, and it's really difficult. I still like it, though. I think it's a fun change of pace. I guess a lot of people, what they didn't like about this is how it pauses combat for you to hack, and it just felt, I don't know, it felt different for them. There's some romancing going on. And now guys will continue to come in, but
Hanging now, is it? That's what we've come to? Now look, I don't make the laws here, I just enforce them. But I didn't come to rapture the string men up for running contraband. If Ryan and his crew have their law, then they can have my badge.
the trees. We're gonna actually get to trees in this game, believe it or not. Believe it or not. My brother is outside my door making loud noises. Hacking. Sorry, I try to talk through hacking, but I'm usually just focusing. Yes, heat-seeking RPGs. Those are so nice. So that's in... What gun is that? 5? So now I have frag grenades, which just explode on impact. I have proximity mines, which is what the Big Daddies were using, so they will either explode on impact if I hit a living thing, or will become a proximity mine that will go off after the fact. And then heat-seeking RPGs? Track your enemy down. Although I don't actually use the grenade launcher all that much. Okay, so now we have more stuff. I believe the robot that's with me can fly through a hole in the ceiling somewhere. Alright. More of that stuff I was telling you about. Crouch and walk, crouch and walk. Machine gun rounds, pistol rounds, and full up. So, again, the game's pretty good about making things seem very open. And, like, you can kind of go wherever you want. But at the same time, having it not be that way, like, that's where I need to go, but I can't get there. But it'll all work out. Right, it's basically plumbing stuff. I love that, too. Hey, I'm gonna pause for just a sec, guys. My brother is pounding on my door, and seems to just really need my attention right now. So I'm gonna go handle whatever that is, and I will be right back. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, I'm back. Sorry again about that, guys. There we go. Okay. Oops, I did not mean to drink that. I mean, it's not a problem that I drank it. I'm going back the wrong way. It's just, I'd rather not lose Eve, but that's okay.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong.
There's this research camera. Alright, so taking pictures of enemies to research them. Each type of enemy has unique research bonuses. Trying to take a picture of a splicer on the other side of the window.
Good. You got the camera. Now get me some snaps on those spiders.
Yeah, I know. This whole game is so creepy.
Come back down here till you got my research.
Doo-doo. And then you increase in the bear. I finally got a message from Sarge.
Father, why have
Alright,
you
so
forsaken
somehow, in some way, when you take a picture of your enemies with this camera, it studies them. And Peach needs me to take a picture of 3.
We have turned away.
Hopefully Sarge will figure it out and show up. Have you ever tried Outlast? I've not tried Outlast. I don't know. I don't usually like creepy games, to be honest. Like, this game is my kind of creepy, because I don't like supernatural creepy at all. I do not like games that are supernaturally creepy. And this game, for all of its creepiness, is not supernaturally creepy.
I'm just lonely.
The machine gun is so good, but it's kind of terrible until you get, you think
you know me?
I would certainly watch it if you did it, Bear. So here's a new power, security bullseye. I don't usually use... I wouldn't say this. Yeah, and see, BioShock doesn't have it. Like, BioShock, the first BioShock game has like 2 jump scares in it, sum total. There you are, Sarge. Oh my gosh.
Me?
I've been doing everything I can to get in touch with you. So we've been playing on here. Mostly you've just missed me dying a lot. You haven't missed a whole lot story-wise. In fact, we're probably just about to get to the first kind of interesting story thing right now. But basically we fought a lot of little sisters. Or we fought a lot of big daddies to get to little sisters. And we've started learning about this guy named Fontaine, who is a rival to Andrew Ryan, who runs the city. So we're learning more about this guy that kind of came in and started making Andrew Ryan really nervous, because while Andrew Ryan was working on business, Fontaine was working on all these plasmids and stuff. He was kind of cornering the market in that. Oh, is there? That's cool. But yeah, because I'm not that big into playing games that are jump scary myself. I like BioShock, because even though there are jump scares, they're very few and very far between, and they almost just announce themselves. But for as dark and creepy as this game is, it's not very dark and creepy. Like, what's terrifying is being in this city and dealing with all the stuff you're dealing with. It's not like... I mean, like, a lot of people call it a horror game because there's really nothing else to call it. But it's really way more thriller than it is a horror game. I'm not a big fan of horror games myself, usually. Okay, this is gonna be tricky. Need to find the right piece. Ah! Good thing this stuff is flowing slow. Okay, feeling a little bit better now. Because like what I really love about BioShock, I love the story of BioShock, I love the themes in BioShock, I love the stuff it talks about. Because like this game came out in 2007, and it was one of the first-person shooters to like really have a story to it. It kind of came out in a time when everything was COD, and obviously COD is still around, but it kind of came out at this point where first-person shooters didn't have a story. They were all shooters and only shooters. Alright, so here, Atom Discovery. Let's listen to this one.
This little sea slug has come along and glued together all the crazy ideas I've had since the war. It doesn't just heal damaged cells, it resurrects them. I can bend the double helix. Black can be reborn white, tall, short, weak, strong. But the slugs alone are not enough. I'll need money. And another thing.
So, apparently, this Atom stuff, which is where we get our superpowers from, it comes from a sea slug. We're gonna learn more on that in just a little bit. I'm gonna listen to that audio diary in a second, but whenever I walk, Atlas starts talking and it always cuts off the audio diary. We're just gonna wait a second.
You have the research camera? Good.
Oh, I still have the wrench.
Guess it's time to get to work for old Peachy. Take the man's pictures, and let's get the hell out of this place.
I just have a lot more weapons now. I also have more superpowers. Well, I have still the same superpowers, but I can have more of them out at once. Let's hack this. We'll hack this, and then don't let me forget, because listening to that audio diary is one of my favorite of the audio diaries. If you get scared, Nolan will hold your hand, Bear. If you get scared, it's okay. Alright, that being done, let's listen to this audio diary.
If things weren't bad enough, it seems that even our water system sprung a leak. Yep, that's right. Irrigation system in Arcadia is taking on seawater. I told Mr. Ryan when we were building this place, either you build her like a bathtub, or she's gonna turn into a sewer. No, McDonough, he said. We're not gonna build no bathtub. We're gonna build Eden.
So I like that audio diary a lot, because it kind of shows who Andrew Ryan is. Andrew Ryan is kind of a terrible person, but not at the same time. Like, he has this very strong business sense. By the way, the Fighting McDonough's Tavern is the same Bill McDonough we've been listening to. There is a BioShock novel. Can't remember what it's called. I think it might just be called BioShock Rapture. But, it's very good. I'm not sure if it's still canon anymore in light of BioShock Infinite. But it's very good. And if you like the atmosphere of Rapture, I highly, highly recommend it. But I like it because it actually starts on the mainland before the city of Rapture gets built. And it's like Andrew Ryan and how he comes up with the idea to build Rapture and stuff. And that scene that was in the audio diary where he meets McDonough is actually in the book. And it's like adapted into the book. But I like it because it shows Andrew Ryan's business sense and how he appreciated that this guy... Where's my camera? We're gonna start taking pictures. This is the #1 thing I scream at people when they play this game and they never pay attention to me. Is you have to take pictures. And I know it's boring. I know you don't want to do it. But, like, you will regret it if you don't take pictures in this game and you don't research. Like, it will bite you in the butt so hard when you get to the late stages of the game. And you can take multiple pictures of the same thing. There is a penalty, but It's not like the penalty isn't like negative research. It just means you're getting less points with each picture. I'm okay. What quiz are you guys talking about? I don't think I'm in on this. I should have taken pictures of that camera, and I didn't. Also, say you get ambushed by somebody, you can take a picture of, like, you get ambushed and you just don't have time to, take a picture before you, like, hit. You can take a picture of a dead body. It's less points, but still. Nolan quiz.
I have turned, but they deliver, and they don't ask questions. They're all terrified of Fontaine. He reminds me a bit of the Germans. So efficient. It wouldn't surprise me if he were soon running things down here.
So, what Tannenbaum was saying... There's a spider slicer. What Tannenbaum was saying is... she's been trying to study these sea slugs, and she can't because none of the regular laboratories will take her research because they require human test subjects, basically. So she's gone to Fontaine's people, which is basically a bunch of criminals, and they're funding her research. Okay, so physical tonic, scrounger. Scrounger's good. It's whenever you open up a crate, you can search again. I don't really like it because you don't get like what's in the first time you search, and then the second you have to like risk the first thing to get the second thing. Okay, Nolan, I'll see you in a little bit when you get back. Enjoy making your lunch. But it's still, you know, it's good to have options. So I don't usually use Scrounger, but it's good. But I can only use some of these things. So. No, I'm not doing well here. Shut up, Peachy. I'm dealing with crap right now. Score too low. Fine. The death penalty in Rapture.
The death penalty in Rapture. Council's in an uproar. Riots in the streets, they say. But this is the time for leadership. Action must be taken against the smugglers. Any contact with the surface exposes Rapture to the very parasites we fled from. A few stretched necks or a small price to pay for our deals.
So this is where the story of before this game gets so interesting to me, because Andrew Ryan is so big on no rules, every man does what's right, but then he runs the city and it starts to fall apart. So if the world ever found out about Rapture, it would be forced to be a country or join a country. And so Andrew Ryan considers it a matter of life or death that the secret of the city be protected. As such, people are trying to smuggle things back to the surface, smuggle in things from the surface. So he sees smugglers as a threat. So he is starting to want to execute people for smuggling, which in so many ways goes against the core ideals behind the city of Rapture. So this is kind of the point where Andrew Ryan's idea starts to fall apart. And a lot of people start to turn on Andrew Ryan. It's a very interesting story. And it's one that I didn't necessarily put together the first time I played. I've played through it enough and I've read up enough on it where I've kind of put the timeline together in my brain a little. But that's something I highly recommend. Again, like if this is seeming fun for anybody, I recommend playing it for yourself or at least reading up a bit more on it. Okay, creepy lady, come on.
We tricked you, monster. You had to fight me for her.
Come here.
Find a better hiding place,
Alright, spider slicers are really great to do research on because you get a really fantastic bonus for researching them. Now, see how it said photo 2 of 3? It's not total. I need to take a picture of 3 total spider slicers. But I'm going to take several of her because I'm going to try to get to the 2nd level here. Okay, that's fine, Sarge. I didn't realize you went anywhere today. Okay, spider slicer organs can now be used like first aid kits. Just don't think about it. Okay.
Don't run away from me!
Now she's taking electric damage anytime she hits me. So what's interesting too is you'll notice, so I'm using first aid kits. If my health bar runs out, even if I have first aid kits, I still die and get sent to the Vita chamber, whatever. And now I get a spider slicer heart, apparently, and it counts as a first aid kit. Just don't think about it too much. And it'll be fine. I'm gonna take some pictures of these cameras. You should take pictures of turrets, bots, and cameras separately. Each one has its own research tree. Eventually, and this is why I stream with people to make sure they're researching, is the 4th tier of research for turrets and bots is instant hacking. So all you have to do is walk up to them and hit hack, and you've hacked them. You don't have to play the hacking minigame anymore. And later on in the game, when everything's really tough and hacking games are really hard, it's so invaluable. Still be able to hack. There we go. Didn't need that thing triggering a security alarm. There's a lot of goodies in this room. Yeah, I'll still be going when you get back, Sarge. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna try to finish this area if I can, but there's still a ways to go. I've already been going 90 minutes. Not too much of a ways to go. It depends on if I want to do... The area after this isn't a full level, so do I want to end with that or not? Semi-lines. I need bandages, thank you. Whoops. That was funny. That was an accident. I shot the bandages onto the ground. Hey, it means I can gather them now. So where I'm at right now is a post office. If you didn't gather that.
Help me find this sinner.
So that's some Merlot? Yeah, I'll take a little bit of Merlot. I need more health than I need Eve right now. Once you get this... Oh, hello.
I'll kill your first. I'll kill your first.
I'm gonna take your picture a lot. Do you want to get your picture taken? Whoa! In-game camera. Alright. I think I've milked you for about all I can milk you for. There we go. Johnny, welcome! Well, I appreciate you dropping in to say hi at the very least. Streaming every day is very hard. I don't even stream every day. Hello, Voltix. Are you saying hi to me or saying hi to Johnny? I know you were here earlier. I wasn't sure if you ran off. I want loot, please. I want loot, please, 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 please. There we go. Put a film on me, because like I said, I like to really milk research pictures. But like I said, we're doing pretty good on getting through this map. So we have... I mean, it looks like we're not, but like this is a whole area you can't go to until later. And there's really not a lot there. Ah, okay, well, I'm glad you got to stream today too. Saturday's a good day to stream. What were you playing, Voltix?
Welcome to the Circus of Value.
I'm good. I'm good. Well, actually, hold on. Let's buy spaceships.
Judas!
So that's the other spider slicer. Fun fact, if you want to... Oh, hold on. If you want to kind of milk this system and not have to fight in the game as much, you can actually take his picture there when he screams Judas at you and runs away, and it would count as your third picture, and then you could just not do this area at all if you wanted. There's another guy behind you. Yep. Trying to get his picture, but he's shooting me. It's upsetting me. Increased damage, that's what I'm talking about. Not gonna milk him for multiple pictures because I'm kind of in a bad spot here. So this is another room where you can get... There's more going on here than this. Oh, do you guys hear that? The radio commercial? I don't think you can. No. We might be able to hear it better later. Let me just hack this super freaky fast. YouTube, oh, that sucks. Was it YouTube or was it your streaming encoder? Like, do you use OBS? Do you stream straight from your console? But yeah, no, it's technical issues suck so much when they happen to you. So it's just like you want to do something and it's so entirely outside your control. And it's just not fun. You use PS4? Okay. So fun fact, if you're ever in this room, you can crawl on this and go up here and fall like I did. In theory, if you go up here and stay up here and don't fall off,
Come out now.
they won't know you're up here.
Aside.
And then you can take pictures of them in secret. But your stream didn't crash. Also, like, YouTube just dropped on you. That's crazy.
Sweetheart? Where are you? Better not come back.
And you can stealthily
Be waiting.
create pictures this way. There we go. And then you can wait for her to get in the water and zap her! Suck it, lady.
Stop dragging this out and...
Also, I love the Fighting McDonough's logo. The man with the chicken face. I really wish Nolan was still here because he would love it. I feel like he'd be all about that. But if you, like, precision this right, you can, like, jump. I think I was crouched and needed to be not jump. Am I crouching? I wasn't crouching. There's a way to get from one side to the other. Maybe I have to jump onto the... it's not that worth it. But you can get around here and get stuff. I'm just gonna reload that. BioShock 1. What the fudge? No, I wanted that Eve hypo. Where did it go? Dang you, game. Anyway, I was saying in this game you can reload your Eve hypos. In BioShock 2 you can't. We're gonna creep through here first. I'm gonna grab this, but again we're not gonna listen until the Atlas is gonna talk to me here. It always screws me up when I'm trying to listen to the diary.
The thought of me wife and child hiding in that filthy submarine makes me blood boil. Help me get them to safety and I'll be in your debt for life.
I know, Atlas, you already told me that.
I met Ryan the day me and the lads were installing the bathroom plumbing up in his Posh Park Avenue thing. Wait, says he, what's with all the brass fittings? General contractor had me down for the tip. Well, I says, I suppose it's the contractor then who'll be bailing out your loo one. Not right, is it? If it's price you're worried about, I'll be picking up the brass, so not to worry, Squire. And why would you be doing that, says he? Well, Mr. Ryan, profit or not, no man bails water out of privies built by Bill McDonough. Next day I find out I'm Ryan's new general contractor.
That's my favorite one. I must have sounded like a nut earlier. I was saying something about McDonough getting hired for something. We were listening to an audio diary by McDonough, and I thought it was that one. You can tell how much I was actually paying attention. That's the one I meant. That's the one that's in the BioShock Rapture book. Hello! Welcome back, Steven. Good of you to join us again. So this is actually a way to kind of like sneak into this area, head of the way. Bandages, please. You can kind of like sneak in through the back door. Whoops, did not mean to do that. That was an accident. Hack. This one you definitely want to hack, because there's bad guys that come in this room. There we go. Hear that laugh. See a guy's gonna come in the room. Let's hack this safe. Hack this safe. Hack this safe. We all wanna hack this safe. Let's see what's in it. Oh, shoot. That was almost a disaster. We're still not out of the woods. Hold on. There we go. That was almost terrible. You are reinstalling Fortnite on your PS4 because why not? Why not? Why the heck not? It's still a very popular game. Let the room do the work for you, that's what I say.
I'm on to you. You think you can get away with this?
Yes, I do. I think I can very much get away with this. Whatever this is.
You think you can trick me?
I'm not trying to trick you, I'm trying to, like, shoot you. There's a distinct difference between those two things. Where are you? Are you in here? Nope. Okay. Must have just ran away. That's strange. Never had that outcome before. Film. Hey, look, another thing to listen to. Yay.
Rapture's changing, but Ryan can't see the wolves in the woods. This Fontaine fella, he's a crook and a proper tea leaf, but he's got the atom, and that makes him the governor. Sinking the profits back into bigger and better plasmids, building them Fontaine poorhouses, like Fontaine recruiting centres. Before we know it, bloke's gonna have an army of splicers. We're gonna have ourselves a whole heap of miseries.
Probably, I'm not sure you saw all of the stuff that was there. What McDonough was saying is that Fontaine, because of the way the City of Rapture works and because of how it focuses on business, look, there's a Big Daddy. They can walk around outside in those suits in the water. Fontaine's kind of in charge because he's got the most money right now. And he was talking about how... Oh, I see, I need to hack this. I need to do. He was talking about how that Fontaine's is a bad guy. He's dangerous, he's a problem, but he's... The way Raps works, he's in charge. And he's talking about how Fontaine's started up poorhouses. Now, poorhouses are very much against the ideals of the City of Rapture. And McDonough was saying that Fontaine seems to be doing this to get his own, like, private army going. Which is all very interesting. There's a lot of interesting politics in this game.
have you forsaken me?
Alright. Picture time.
We have turned away from your light.
Church tree, so leadheads and stuggles and spiders. We're almost there. Static discharge 2. So we'll replace discharge 1. I'm taking a lot of damage, so. There we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Come on. No. No. I want the pistol. Thank you. A little whiskey. Get a little health back. So this?
Diane, my dear, I'm sorry, but I'll be late again tonight. Rosenberg is demanding to speak about this Fontaine business. I'm trying to build a proper financial market, and this idiot keeps going on about this, genetic modification, that. I'll go spend an hour pretending to pay attention to the poor fellow and be home as soon as I can. Andre.
All right, so 2 important things from that audio diary. 1, it's before all of the plasmids and everything were making a big point in the city. And it shows how Andrew Ryan doesn't really care about them and how this eventually hurts him and helps him lose control of the city. 2, this is the first time we've heard Andrew talking about Diane McClintock. So we've seen Diane McClintock claim that she's the woman who fell in love with Ryan, but we've never been sure if it was a one-sided or two-sided engagement. Here he calls her my dear and leaves a pet name. So you can see they did actually have a relationship.
I'm closing in on the whole ring. I'd pat myself on the back, but let's face it, these aren't exactly bloodthirsty desperados we're talking about. Rapture's full of poets, artists, tennis players, not hired gorillas. But this leader of theirs, this Fontaine, he seems to know his way around the grift. He keeps his nose clean, but not so clean that the right people don't know he's not to be trifled with.
Hello, Nolan. Welcome back, Sarge. That's fine. I'm glad you're here. Just don't get hurt while you're driving. Nitro splicers. We haven't taken any pictures of nitros yet, so let's go ahead and do that. I will say it's 12:30 now, my time, and I'm going to be done at 1 no matter what. I'm going to see if I can't get us to the end of things here, but I suspect not. Well, I might go a little bit longer than that. We'll see. It'll all depend. At 1, I will have to evaluate some things. Nothing says free market like pay bathrooms. I know there's an Eve hypo in there somewhere.
This is the way.
Spider slicer. Spider splicer. I can speak. Your coffee's getting cold. That does happen. Nolan, how's that pizza treating you? On my way out, I gotta show you something really cool. I don't know if you saw the thumbnails of this stream, but like, I'm in this bar right now, and you would think I'm in trouble. You would think the logo mascot thing for this bar is like the best thing.
Don't do this to me!
Or you could just go heat it up, and then you don't have to drink it as fast. It's an alternate solution. This pizza will always be little pizza my heart. Alright. So now when I fight this Nitro, he comes up here to heal himself. He will get poisoned. Come on, Nitro. Tier 2 with Nitros is bombs are more likely to be duds. So they're really good trees to go down to. See? 15% chance that grenades will be a dud. And then tier 3 or tier 4 or something like that is... they're really likely to be duds.
God damn it.
What, are you cussing at me? Mean. Mean to cuss at me. Come on, sucker. Okay, I think I got him. Yellow loser. Okay, do you guys remember when I found that audio diary about the couple that had the child that, like, disappeared and they thought she might have become a little sister? In fact, I'll play it again because I need to play it again anyway. Because I need to get the code from it. This one.
Darling Masha, we don't know what has happened to you. Ryan's men have taken you away and said you are needed to save Rapture. Who needs a child to save a city? But I see these little girls crawling out of these vents, and I only wonder if you might one day crawl out of this vent and find this note. We look for you, but if you find this, come to us. It's a fighting McDonald's in room number 7. The code to our room is 7533. We miss you, our darling child.
All right, 7533. Whoops. Don't play again. There we go. So there's, with these audio diaries, some of them are just random background, but some of them are story through lines. So this is room 7 at the Fighting McDonald's. So we're using this to get in. And in theory, these parents are going to be in here waiting for their child. Or they could be dead. In bed. Let's see what happens here.
We saw our Masha today. We barely recognize her. That's her, Sam said. You're crazy, I told him. That thing? That is our Masha? But he was right. She was drawing blood out of a corpse by Fontaine Fisheries. And then when she was done, she walked off hand in hand with one of those awful golems. Masha!
So, in case you didn't pick up on what happened there, is they found out their child had been turned into a little sister, and based off of this little pill jar, they both just killed themselves because they were very depressed because their child's dead. So that's the kind of feels you get when you play BioShock. If you're just minding your own business, killing splicers, and then you get your heart ripped out. I'm gonna move this though because I'm super gonna take their money. So yeah, that's a thing. No, I mean, I might have one of the little girls I've saved. I mean, maybe it is. It's very possible that I have saved Masha at some point in time during this game. I don't know what the names of any of the little sisters are. And no, it's not an energy drink, but it has caffeine in it. This whole thing has less caffeine in it than like a normal pop though. There's just like there is caffeine. This is from a company that's called B-A-I, Buy Bubbles, and it's like a black raspberry lime drink. It's carbonated, but it's like less pop and it's less sugar and caffeine than pop, but it still has it in it. They're pretty good. My dad has started drinking them because he's gone off. He's trying to go on less pop, and I've started drinking them just because I can get them for free from him by mooching, and they're pretty good. Yeah, no, it's terrible. Like, this game does that so often, and it doesn't do it like, it's not like every 5 minutes there's a new depressing thing. It's like every so often there will be a thing and it will rip your heart out. No, these drinks are really good. The blackberry lime is my current favorite. There's a grapefruit one that's really good. There's a black cherry one that's really good. There's a strawberry kiwi one I drink that's pretty good. There's a lot of flavors. Like, if none of those sound interesting, I would look them up and see if they might have a fruit combo that you might like. They're really good. I think they're tea-based, but I don't usually like tea, but I like these. So I drink them a lot. Grapefruit, I wouldn't say it's not marketed as a sour. Oh, frickin' A. It's not marketed as a sour drink, but it's not like it is sour though. But it's because grapefruit is sour. Oh frick! I'm gonna die because of this stupid loser. Can't even hit him. Ugh. Need to go somewhere where I can buy some more health kits. Whoa! Guess I'm not going to be doing a lot of research on you. Yeah, the grapefruit one I really like. And then there's a couple that I think are like grapefruit mixes. Or citrus mixes in general.
Mr. Ryan, I believe in Rapture, but that doesn't mean we always win. Fontaine Futuristics is the biggest thing going in Rapture. So let me be plain. When we arrest that Torag Fontaine for his thieving and smuggling, we must make it clear that we won't touch his business interests. We sit on the council because these poor sods trust us, not because God gave us a check.
So I love Bill McDonough. Bill McDonough is one of my favorite characters in this game. And I love him because he's a good man. He's a good dude with good intentions who just wants the best thing for everyone. And he believes in Rapture. He believes, and I don't mean like that, but I mean like he believes in the city of Rapture and like what the city of Rapture is supposed to be about. Because he's a very important character in this game because I think it's really easy to demonize all the characters in the game and just be like, they're all nutty surgeons that just want to mutilate people. And Bill McDonough is not like that. He was in Rapture because he just genuinely wanted a place where he could go and be a good person. And he's about the only one in the game that's a good person, but I like it. But I think it's important that he's in the game for that reason. Okay, now that I've cleared all the rooms, we can actually go and do the objective. The objective is I have to get a picture of that last spider slicer, which means I have to fight the last spider slicer. So we're gonna go have some fun doing that. So all of this here is labeled evidence. That's because as we've been hearing from Sullivan's diaries, they've been right? Yeah. All this stuff got seized when they took down Fontaine. And so you have all of this stuff here, but it's also marked evidence. So it's really weird because we're hearing all these audio diaries in the present tense about things they're going to do in the future. But where we are right now in Rapture, all these things have already been done. Andrew Ryan has already sent people to seize Fontaine's property. Fontaine is already dead. And from the looks of things, he did not give Fontaine stuff back to his shareholders, so there's a lot of people that think Ryan only took Fontaine down to get control of Fontaine's stuff, not to actually stop him from smuggling. Because Fontaine was a businessman for plasmids, but he was also the smuggler. Okay, let's do this.
Here to visit the scum of the earth.
Come on, Spider. Like I said, I know it seems boring at first, but I always preach research, research, research. Because later, you're going to be really glad you did. Because these guys only get tougher to fight. And this kind of lets you level up with them.
Sounds like that should about do it. Head on back to Fontaine Fisheries when you're ready, would you kindly?
Would you kindly, he says so casually. Die, Spider Slicer. Alright. We have more pictures. What's nice is, did you just hack the safe with a liquid? Yep. Yep, that hacking exists. Yeah, I do too. I really hope it doesn't trigger any kind of issue with whatchamacallit, copyright. But I love the old music in this game. It's really a part of the spirit of everything. But this thing is probably going to spot me. But yeah, like I said, the end of the game gets so much easier on you if you go through the trouble of researching. And there's only so much research you can do. There's only 4 levels, so it's not like you have to do it forever anyway. So trying to get through those 4 levels when the enemies aren't as tough is just better. Okay, now I'm not gonna kill him because I want that bot. So I'm gonna kill this guy. Sit still so I can shoot you in the head. Oh, I did not have a full thing. That is stupid on my part. That would have worked if I had had a full thing. Okay, where'd that bot go? Because I want to hack it and make it my own. Become mine. Listen to stuff like that sometimes. Yeah, it's good. And like I said, it's all throughout the whole game. All 3 games, actually. I really like it because it makes the atmosphere so, like, kind of fun and bouncy, but you're playing in this really horrific place, and I just like the contrast there. It's another thing this game does really well. This game is so about the environment you're playing in. Like, I just feel like the city of Rapture is as much of a character as any other character I find in the game. And really what's interesting, too, is so many of the characters in the game you only ever meet through audio diaries. Oh, this was what I was going to show you, Nolan. Look at this. The Fighting McDonough's Tavern. It's a dude, but he has a chicken head. How good is that? Like, if I ever start my own bar, I seriously want to call it the Fighting McDonough's and use that. Electric buck? Yes, please. Okay, now, if we look at the map, we've done all of this stuff, so we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good on time. Yeah. They've killed my camera and they've put a turret in its stead. I'm gonna take some pictures. Turret. It gets so nice once you can auto-hack turrets. It's so good. Sometimes when you take pictures, it shoots your eyes up to the ceiling when it's done. It's very frustrating. Hack this turret. Yeah, right? It's pretty good. The very 2040s atmosphere, yeah. Yeah. And part of that is, see, the game actually takes place in 1960, but it was the 1940s, the late 1940s, that everyone went down into the city of Rapture, and you're not allowed to go back to the surface, and you're not allowed to bring anything down to the surface. So even though it's in the 60s, everything they have is very much stuck in the 40s, because no one has really developed anything Or at least the stuff that they have developed that's new is like creepy and weird. I'm not gonna waste a medkit here, because if I go down, I'm just gonna pop out a few doors over, and I don't want to waste a medkit. More damage! That's what I'm talking about. Oh, so see how it says there, subject research complete, photo not taken? So now, that means I've gone through all 4 levels of research with the lead head splicers. So now, I don't have to take any more pictures of lead heads. In fact, I shouldn't. Whoops, that was a bad idea. Because I'm not going to get anything more from them anyway. There we go. I shouldn't have done smokes. And the fighting McDonald's I would be like my ultimate man cave. Right? I love it so much. I love it so much.
My wife, Moira, she's a right pain in the neck. But she's a beauty. And she means the world to me. I can't help feel God's punishing me for bringing her back into this place. I thought this would be a better life for us. Can you imagine a bigger fool than that?
Right in the head.
Are you afraid of me, monster?
I'm not afraid of you. Nor am I actually a monster, but thank you for saying something. So yeah, that's just Atlas talking about his wife, because we're supposed to help him save his wife. Sorry. You just found something on the internet where people believe sun causes... People believe everything causes everything. As you can see, I'm not even trying to research. Research is done, there's no point. Ow! Frickin' turret. Now what I am gonna do, I'm gonna grab my camera. I'm gonna go take pictures of this Big Daddy. I'm not gonna fight him, because there's no need to. But I can still research him, even though I'm not planning on fighting him right now. And that means the next time I fight a Big Daddy, I'm gonna have a damage increase, and just all around it's gonna be better for me. Right? I don't even know how that's possible. Like, the only way that's possible is if the material they're made out of that's on your face could do it. Yeah, humans are an interesting lot. That is for sure. I'm going the wrong way. I am going the wrong way, the wrong way, the wrong way. I am going the wrong way. La-di-la-di-la-di-da.
The Little Sisters Orphanage. In troubled times, give your little girl the life that she deserves. Boarding and education free of charge. After all, children are the future of Rapture.
So as you can see, this is... Let's go ahead and grab this. Wrench Lurker. When fighting those stronger or faster than yourself, you need every advantage. Quiet your footsteps and increases damage when you hit melee attack unaware opponents. That's a good one, but I'm not going to get that just yet. For the most part, I'm not fighting unaware opponents, so... Come here, lady. I'll slide a new story. Never worked it. This just in. May have not been made from uranium. Oh, man. I feel like that's all news is today. News is... everything may or may not be this other thing that it may or may not be. Ah. That'd be all up in my face, lady. Oh, there's another frickin' nitro slicer. Okay, I'll handle the nitro. Hopefully my bot will handle. Ow! Well, that was exciting. Hey, this is where I wanted to go anyway. I might just say screw fighting those guys. Yeah, you know what? Screw fighting those guys. They just took me where I needed to go anyway. Alright, Peachy. I got your pictures.
The warp rat didn't get himself at.
Nope.
You got something from me and my crew?
I sure do.
Or are you just looking to get criticized? You set here a spell. Needs to settle
No.
on some coffee. Maybe puts on silverware and the like.
Before you head into the fisheries, a word to the wives.
I bet it'd be fun to go talk to them, though.
He seems about as straight as a dog's hind leg. You keep your eyes open.
Well, thank you, Atlas, for sending me to a person you don't trust.
My swampy carry into heat. Put your weapons in the pneumo, and then I'll let you in.
I'm sure this is totally fine. He wants me to turn in all my weapons.
You're gonna have to pay it. We can't very
I
well
can't
take
imagine
your
that
plasmas away,
something
now
bad will
can
come from that. I'm gonna go ahead and reload that because I'm just gonna get another one because I can only carry 9 total. Focused hacker. Come on. 2 fewer overload tiles. So do I want... I'm going to store this in Gene Bank for now to... Well... Yeah. What I need is to get more stuff. Alright, so I put all my weapons but my wrench in the pneumo. Sure, it's going to be fine. I'm sure nothing bad is about to happen. We're going to be okay, guys. I think this Peach guy is totally on the up and up. No, like, you really like that joke, don't you? This is totally fine, guys. Nothing bad is about to happen. I'm gonna save my game, not because I think something bad's about to happen, but just because I should. I should save my game. Yep, this is totally normal. The room's filling up with smoke, so I can't see anything. Totally normal. I bet that was really hard to not go do. So now I'm just gonna hack a bunch of the security that's in the room, again, for no particular reason. Everything's fine. Everything's totally fine. Nothing bad is happening.
Now, I bet when your boss waggled out of hell, he done told the devil that he'd be right back. And the devil says, sure thing.
So you can't really see what Peachy's saying. Basically, he's saying he thinks I'm an agent of Fontaine.
Fontaine was dust, and now here you are doing his dirty.
So basically, Peach doesn't believe that I'm just a schmo out here needing help. He thinks I'm an agent for Frank Fontaine, who's coming to get him from the grave. So now, what all this means is he's effectively turning on me. There's a turret around here somewhere that I want to hack. I think it's directly behind me.
Atlas! He was ours!
Yep.
Ours!
Come on, where's this turret? Where's this turret? Okay, so now I'm gonna have a turret, a camera, hacked to help me, and if they try to use that health station, it'll poison them. So I'm gonna be in really good shape for this fight that I can only use plasmids or my wrench on. Because I have no guns, because he made me give up all my guns. And even though it's a terrible idea, the game will not let you progress unless you do it. Are you a man or a slave? A man chooses and a slave obeys, my friend. Frickin' A, it's not working. You must have... Come on, I want fire. Give me fire, please. Thank you. Set your face on fire too, you loser. Come here. Hello, dude. How's it going? I didn't give you a proper greeting. Come here. What I should be doing is using TK. I just really hate using TK, but it's what I should be doing.
Don't turn your back to Peachy!
Can I just hit you with your own mask? I will stop ignoring chat here in a moment. Just have to get through this. Okay, he is down. Peach is down. So I just gotta fight these guys. Shoot at me. Okay. You think you would be a slave? Oh yeah, this is, I love it so much. I love the whole series, to be honest. Thank you for dropping by, it's good to see you. Bloodborne, I could never play Bloodborne myself, but I was watching Great Canadian Guy play it the other day, and it was so fun to watch. So I will say that. And like, I'm not even a big fan of watching Dark Souls, but I just liked watching Bloodborne. It just felt different somehow. Okay, so basically, this whole level was us going around running errands for a guy who said he would help us, and then was crazy, and then tried to kill us. Just so we could get from one side to the other, so that we could go save Atlas's family, because when we save Atlas's family, he's gonna go and let us get out of Rapture, is basically what's going on. This game, Dead Rising, and GG and C are your three favorite. GG and C. I feel like I should know what that means, and I don't. Except Dark Souls 2, that game is a bit of hit and miss for me. Yeah. What is... I should know what GG and C is, and I don't. That sounds like an acronym I should know. Alright, let's do some looting, shall we? There's a lot of good stuff in here. Also, don't worry, I will get my weapon back. Don't blame Peachy, he was... That's true, he just kind of went nuts. He was just afraid of Frank Fontaine, that's all. And for the record, like I was telling Jude, I have played the game before. I've got a couple of friends that are watching me play this because they've never gotten the opportunity to play it themselves. So I'm trying to not talk about major spoilers if possible for their sake. I don't really care about spoilers myself. Ah, crap, I just wasted that. Like I said, because I know what's up. But if it sounds like I'm talking like I don't know what's going on, I do. I'm just going along for the ride here. Hello, Hanging Corpse. So as you saw, I couldn't pick up that auto hack device. I can only keep 5 of them, and I haven't used any auto hacks yet. Yeah. Voltix, what games do you stream? Yeah, what were you streaming earlier today, Voltix? I know you said you were streaming. When we're done with this area, we're going to be going to... I'm going to finish this first and then call it a day, probably. But I'm going to do... There's a mini area after this we're just going to finish up. So I'm not quite close to done yet. But anyway, the area after this is a place called Arcadia. And it's my second favorite level of the game. My favorite level of the game is later, with a very peculiar artist. Who's also my favorite character in the game. Ah, crap. Actually, while you're here, dude, do you use, I think it's called Scrounger? Do you use the tonic that's like, if you find a crate, you can choose to look again and find something else? I've never really used it. It doesn't seem that useful to me. I wasn't sure if maybe you found useful. I'm always curious, like, how other people play this game. To know if there's strategies that I don't employ. Yeah. Yeah, I think you know what part I'm talking about. Is the best level of this game. But I should do a Civ stream one day. I love Civ. I get so into it. There we go. Got all my weapons back. This feels good. Power to the people. Alright, so I was telling you guys, there's weapon upgrade stations in this game. And this is the first one you find. I can't remember how many upgrades there are in the game, but there's one upgrade for, like, there's one upgrade station for every upgrade in the game. So if you find every station, you can do every upgrade. But if you don't find every station, you won't be able to. So you should still be careful with which ones you pick. BioShock 2, there's actually not enough upgrade stations to get every upgrade, so you have to be really choosy. Since for guns, gore, and... I don't know that game, but that's... Guns, gore, and cannoli sounds hilarious. So I gotta decide. I'm probably gonna do... I mean, all of these are good. Pistol clip size is nice, but not super important. Damage increase is always good. I really usually like to get rid of the machine gun kickback because the machine gun is almost useless until you get that. But I like upgrading my shotty because I use that one a lot. And I love to do grenade launcher damage immunity because that just really helps you. But I'm going to go ahead and do the machine gun kickback because I want to be using the machine gun. And it's just almost impossible to use it before you get rid of the kickback. But there's almost no bad upgrade, which I appreciate sometimes when you play games and there's upgrades. Some of them suck, and you can get stuck with a really bad one and not realize it. But you really can't make a bad decision. So, that's nice. I appreciate that when that happens. I mean, it's one thing when you're playing through again, and you know what's a bad decision. Set you on fire, don't mind me.
Like the nothing you are.
I think you are a Nitro, if I remember correctly. I have not taken all the pictures of Nitros that I can. It's a run and gun game set in the 1920s. You play as Vinnie Cannoli and are sent to Thugtown to find a guy, only except the entire town is crawling with zombies. That sounds pretty amazing, I'm not gonna lie. How freaking... Sarge, welcome back! Welcome back. Have you been following what's going on, or would you like a quick recap? There we go. Permanent 35% chance that any enemy grenade would be attacked. So 1 and 3 are likely not. Ooh. Barbecue is nice. Yeah, that sounds pretty amazing. I don't blame you for liking that game at all. I've been playing a game on here that I'm probably going to go back to when I finish this. I've been playing this, like I said, because Nolan and Sarge and another friend of mine who's not in stream currently have not seen this game, and I talk about it all the time. So I'm streaming this one. But I've been playing a game on this channel called Halcyon 6, Lightspeed Edition, and it's like a tactical strategy game. It's very different from this, but it's been really fun. And it's kind of an indie game. I highly recommend.
Fontaine's putting the screws on us, and double. He's squeezing us out of 80 points of our cut with the threat of turning us into Ryan if we don't play ball. Son of a bitch. Sammy G comes and tells me he's thinking of going to the constable. And the next day, Sammy G was found in a sack in a salt pond. We got no choice here. We stay on Fontaine's crew and we're gonna catch the gallows. We take powder. We end up like Sammy G. Oh, there's gotta be another way.
I say I've never played Cuphead. Cuphead looked too stressful for me. The sequel's out in March, and it's already your game of the year. That's always good too when a sequel can like follow it up so well. Especially, I mean, I feel like with indie games it's, I mean, it depends. Like sometimes with indie games it's somebody who's like just a hidden genius and no one knew. And then you get this amazing game, and then sometimes it's like somebody who struck lightning. So it's always good to find out if like somebody was making a game is actually talented. And yeah, it does sound like a stereotype, but like sometimes stereotypes in games are kind of poorly done because they're done like out of ignorance, and sometimes they're just done to embrace a thing. And it just kind of depends on which one you're talking about for me, I think. Because sometimes crazy stereotypes like that can be hilarious. Like, I mean, case in point, I placed a lot of Civ, and a lot of the AI for a lot of the civilizations in Civs are based off of stereotypes. But they're, like, so funny. Because, and it's just done. It's done in a way, too, where they just kind of, like, rag on everybody. Oh, no, this again!
Fontaine will find you. Hey, fuck Fontaine. You don't fuck Fontaine. Fontaine fucks you.
So a whole lot of people are a whole lot afraid of this Fontaine guy, who's supposedly dead. I know, Sarge. There was a point where I really wanted to ask him a question. I wanted to be like, "Hey, Jude." I'm like, "Wait, I shouldn't do that." But there's those ghost things again, which will get explained. When I play this game, I straight up love to just stand and run into the fish and watch the fish bounce back and forth. I just think it's really funny. Like, hello, 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 hello. And then, oh my gosh, mobsters, zombies, and Nazis. I mean, that's just like everything.
Should be smooth sailing from here. I'll meet you up ahead.
I'll walk through here, minding my own business. I am about to load a new map, so I'm going to save the game. Like I said, it's a very stable game, but if it's going to crash, it's going to crash when I load a new map. Oh, it's cool, though. It's okay, Voltix. You are totally fine to lurk if you want. No one is under any obligation to do anything or whatever. I will say, and I don't want to be one of those people that beg all the time, but if you are enjoying the stream, it's always appreciated if you can leave a like, because that does a lot and also kind of helps me gauge how many individual views I had. So I always appreciate that. Or you could dislike it. I wouldn't be offended. Actually, truth be told, little known fact, YouTube treats likes and dislikes the same. So if you don't like a video and you like click the dislike button, it actually still helps that video do well. So I tell a lot of people who it's like, if you don't like a particular YouTuber, going and leaving them hate dislikes actually helps them. And so you should be careful doing that. Oh, crate? Anything in the crate? Nope. Top bar. Thank you. I know when that happens in the game, and it still always freaks me out. So yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff. So those of you who haven't played, oh, we're almost to Atlas, guys. We're gonna catch up to Atlas after all this time. So we've been seeing ghosts, and I've been getting these weird flashes of photographs before my eyes. So if you haven't played the game, what do you think is going on? What are your theories as to why that's happening? Oh, that's good. Pep bar and coffee? Yes, please. Thank you. There's a Pneumo, there's a gene bank. I'm pretty happy with my loadout, though. Hello, corpse that's just floating here. How's it going? I probably didn't need to smoke that, but that's okay. I'll counter it by drinking the Merlot. I'm always curious when people are experiencing the story for the first time, what they think is happening. Let's take some pictures of the turret. Turrets are annoying because they like shoot at you non-stop, so it's really hard to take pictures of them. But I just cannot say it enough. If you're gonna play this game, you need to research the turrets. Because the turrets and the bots, when you get to like the final level and you can auto-hack everything, it's so good. It's just so much easier on you. I don't really know why I'm hacking this, because no one's going to come down this hallway. I do still have the you get health from hacking thing, so it'll compensate for some of the damage I took taking pictures. You're super fan. Oh, good. You've got all the achievements. That's hard. Like, there's games I love that I've played 9 million times, and I still don't have all the achievements for. I think one of the games I have the most on, like the highest percentage on, might be XCOM 2. Just because I've played that one so much. Oh, does it? See, and then that's That's the thing, like with indie games, is they really put everything
we all
into
come
it.
down here. Figured we all be part of Ryan's great chain. Turns out Ryan's chain is made of gold, and ours are the sort with the big iron ball around your ankle. He's up in Fort Frolic banging fashion models. We're down in this dump yanking guts out of fish. Fontaine's promising something better. He's like one of us, you know? Like he's worked a day in his life. He says meet him at his fish packing joint at 11. I'll go, bring a couple of guys. Hey, it's not like things could get a lot worse.
This is what I love about these audio diaries too, is you find them out of sequence. So like we've just been listening to Peachy go on about how paranoid he is about Fontaine, and then we find like the first audio diary where he's talking about it, and he's like, oh, I'm just gonna check it out. Like he totally understands people and stuff. And I really, really like that. How you can see that over time. Almost every time I accidentally just take the stuff from that guy and I get crazy drunk. And I don't mean to. Actually, I'll go ahead and do that. Watch this. You can get so drunk in this game. You can drink a bunch of alcohol and you walk around and it looks like this. Huh. That's crazy.
Up there in the control booth and let me in. I think it's time to shake hands and get acquainted.
You guys ready to meet Atlas? It's gonna be pretty exciting.
You've had your fun, but enough is enough. If you press that button, you'll learn what it means to truly be my enemy.
I'm not afraid of you, Ryan. Jerk. It's that crazy Wi-Fi you got, Sarge. Okay, let's go. For no particular reason, I'm gonna save the game. Painting fashion models, yeah. Oh man. For no particular reason, I'm gonna change the. Wait, why don't I have? I should have anti-personnel. Did I not get that back? Whatever, that's fine. Let's see Atlas. I know, are you ready to see Atlas? I'm ready. Well, that doesn't sound good. Oh, oh, is that him? Is that him?
You blow up fuse up there. Can't see a damn thing in that booth. Give me a tick and I'll get you out of there. Moira, can you hear me in there, darling?
This music does not sound like a happy reunion.
If only your friend could look up and see. Maybe you could warn him. If only you
Uh-oh, that's a spider. That's a lot of spider slicers. Oh no!
Except, just stand here and watch.
Atlas! Atlas! Oh crap. This isn't good.
I can't hold them, got to fall back. Get me family out and we'll regroup as soon as we can.
Yep. Plot twist. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna take some pictures of burning bodies. It's totally fine. I have to stay cool under pressure. Still have to do this right.
Hold it.
I promise this is like the only thing I'm gonna have. Then we'll get back to the story. Yeah, I know, right? We did all that work to get all the way over here. Now there's an explosion. So Atlas is down there. There's spider slicers. We don't know if he's okay. We don't know if his family's okay. We don't know what happened. So that darn Andrew Ryan is always a step ahead. Yeah, you know, you're so used to me being like so apprehensive about playing Dark Side KOTOR. And then you see me in this game and I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna kill everybody with my wrench. That's a lot of exploding. Crap, man. Okay, give me first aid kits, thank you. Can't go anywhere until this fire goes out. I just blew up half the map, it's fine. you, Trevor. I care a lot about BioShock. BioShock is my favorite game. My ringtone is Sander Cohen's theme. So anytime I get a phone call, I hear his music. My text tone is the sound of Elizabeth tossing book or something from BioShock Infinite. So I adore this game. You will always find somebody who cares about this game with me. Thank you for dropping by. It's good to see you. Oh, physical tonic 3. There's all these great physical tonics, but I just don't have a lot of slots right now. So I think on Arcadia is when I start being able to buy more slots. And then I'll start using some of these. But right now, I just need to get through this fight. Okay, I can hear another guy. Hello. Alright, can I take loot from your burning body? Because I would like to. There we go. The best loot is burning loot. Alright. Kraut Scientists.
Spent the
Who's the
morning
name
jawing with that Kraut scientist. She's damaged goods,
Hey, that's Fontaine.
just like all those chumps they scraped out of them prison camps. But she's no crackpot. She's gonna make me the kind of scratch that'll have Ryan look like he's running a paper route. She just needs some supplies to get the ball rolling and a friend to watch her back.
It's me, Jude Robson. So, Jude, is this... Are you saying, like, you're a second Jude account? I don't know. Oh, as a side note, Trevor, I've played the game a lot, so I know everything that happens. I'm not worried about spoilers, but I will say that there's a lot of people in chat who haven't played the game, so I'm trying to let them enjoy the experience because they don't know what happens. So, if you could also stop spamming letters in my chat. Okay. Uh-oh. What just happened? The sub blew up, guys.
You ooze in like an assassin, and then you try to sneak out like a thief. You're no CIA spook. Who are you? Why have you come here? There's two ways to deal with a mystery. Uncover it, or eliminate it.
So, after everything we've done for 3 hours...
Get out and get to Arcadia! Jesus Christ!
Yep, the sub blew up. And everyone's dead. So that's fun. We still didn't get to meet Atlas.
The Irish pork pie offered me a deal. I flip him Fontaine and I walk out of here. That simple. How do I know that fat fuck isn't Fontaine's guy? How do I know they're not all Fontaine's guy? Fontaine's got Adam, and everybody wants it. Ryan's got a whole lot of talk and a nice suit. Even down here, any idiot can see which way the wind is blowing.
This is the original version. I didn't get remastered. I haven't been able to justify myself buying the game I already owned. Yeah, so this game has a lot of feels. A lot of feels. Alright, I'm gonna let Arcadia load. And I'll kind of like walk us into the start of the level. But I'm probably gonna call it in the next couple of minutes. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours just to get through this. If you've been enjoying this, I am going to finish this game. I don't know the next time I'm streaming. This is actually a side channel. If you look, there's a card on the stream. If you click in the upper corner, my main channel is youtube.com/the Star Wars Refuge, and I co-run a Star Wars YouTube channel with a friend, and sometimes we do gaming streams over there, and we stream Star Wars games. So if you are interested in that, there's no pressure. Obviously, no one has to, but if you would like to either sub here to see me continue playing the game, or to go over to my other channel because you're interested in some Star Wars stuff, I would love to see you again and talk with you guys again. This seriously is my favorite game, so I've been really enjoying this stream. Sarge. Sarge, I need to make you a mod in this chat so you don't get timed out by YouTube too. But I'm gonna walk through here so you can hear what Atlas says.
Patrick, ain't that just like Ryan? Waits until we're almost out, then he pulls the string. We'll find the bastard. We'll find him, and we'll tear his heart out.
I came to this place to build the impossible. You came to rob what you could never build. A hum gaping at the gates of Rome. Even the air you breathe is sponged from my account. Well, breathe deep, so later you might remember the taste.
And this is Arcadia.
You get to the bathysphere in the rolling hills. That'll take you straight to the devil himself. And then all debts will be paid in full.
This is, like I said, my second favorite level. It's gorgeous. I mean, look at this. After going through, like, torn up hallways and flooded stuff, you're just in this beautiful garden space. It's amazing. But like I said, I'm going to call it here. You have the strategy. I probably should get the strategy book. Honestly, I've played this enough. I should learn more about it. But yeah, I certainly want to get more, like, some of the artwork in this game and stuff is just amazing. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys. Kind of left it, not really on a cliffhanger, but kind of a down note there. Like I said, Atlas has lost his family, his wife, and his son that he brought here. Yeah, for the audio diaries, I didn't get the strategy guide, but I did the third time I played. I used a guide to make sure I found all of them. Fallout 4 is a very popular game. If you guys are interested, Sergeant Curry Pants does a lot of gaming videos, and Volt6 also does streams. So if you guys are looking for someone else to watch, there are also two friends of mine that you should check out. Naked Gaming was in the chat for a while, and he's another streamer. But again, thank you guys so much. It means a ton to me that you were here and that you hung out. It's great to meet some new faces, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much.